Hello, 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 my beautiful soul family. You beautiful galactic beings, you star seeds, you pillars of light, you warriors, what's up? So much endurance you guys have. What's up, Kristen? What's up, Tiffany? Hey, Vanessa. So much strength. So the last 2 days have been some of the most beautiful days I've experienced on planet Earth. Hello, Oklahoma. Yes, please share where you guys are coming in from, what part of the world, what part of the States. Give me a hello, a. What's up, Crystal? You can share some love because I'm about to share some love with you. About to spend some time with you for a moment before I have to go do my qigong, go do some energy stuff, and bask in the fact that I get to celebrate myself and I get to celebrate my freedom today. I'm going to say that again. I get to celebrate my freedom today, my sovereignty, the freedom of my whole being, to be Nicole, to understand who Nicole is, to not be shackled by addiction, to not be shackled by my mind. And so the subject I want to talk about is that someone just a very special being asked me a question like, why do we lie? Why do we lie to self? Like, our hearts know what's true. Oof, you know what's true, baby. Why do we lie? And I thought way back to when I was little. And when I was scared, right? I lied to myself. Hear me out. I lied to myself so that I could function. I had to lie that things weren't that bad. I had to lie to myself and other people, right? To keep myself semi-safe, to keep my psyche, this young psyche, safe. And it became a pattern in my life. And it's a pattern for humanity that we lie to self. You know, people say ignorance is bliss, but where we're heading and what we're doing right now, ignorance around certain things and ignorance to ourself and our perception is suffering. Hear me again. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is suffering. To not be able to see people as they are, to not to see yourself as you are, to feel separated from yourself, to be separated from Creator, to be separated from each other, for all the reasons that we're separate. So when we ask, why do people lie? It's because of fear. Fear of what other people will think. Fear of not being loved. Fear of change. Fear of change. If I change, then I'm responsible for that change. And when we go into the word responsibility or we feel responsibility, well, our ego begins to go, oh, no. Woo, that's scary to be responsible. Oh, I'm not responsible. Oh, we're not responsible. Oh. Some of us don't trust ourselves. And I say some of us, I trust myself now. I trust myself more than I trust anyone else. Maybe I trust God more than maybe I trust myself. And I trust Dove just as much as I trust myself. And if you guys are new here and you don't know who I am, I'm Nicole and Dove is my other half. And this is Twin Flame Revolution. And we're coming to you live from Florida to bring a message of faith, hope, understanding, perception, higher perception. And for you guys, that if you're not being honest with yourself and your partner's not being honest with you, or people around you are not being honest with themselves, they don't want to face the truth, right? That's saying you can't handle the truth. Well, some people at moments cannot handle the truth. Hear me again. Some of you have beautiful foundation in your life right now, an understanding of the way the world works, the understanding of universal principles, the understanding of those things. There are people that do not have that understanding. Right? I was just thinking of popsicle sticks. Popsicle sticks. What about popsicle sticks? I was thinking about when we don't understand who we are at frequency level, at soul level, when we don't really get how infinite we are and how beautiful we are and how amazing we are, we're loved no matter what. Right? When we don't get that, the foundation looks like a bunch of popsicle sticks. If I step on popsicle sticks, and I'm very tiny and very short, I'm still gonna break those popsicle sticks. There are people's homes, and I'm not judging, and I'm not saying it's less than me or better than me. What I'm saying is all fundamental foundation to be completely connected with yourself, love yourself, find that freedom I was just talking about, your foundation and who you are, where you come from, that love that you come from, right? The God presence that you are, the creation, we are co-creating together. If there's not an understanding of that, it is very hard to want to look at the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And not just the truth about things outside of ourselves, but the things that are truthful to ourselves. Being honest with ourselves about where we might be a little flawed. Being honest with ourselves about the amazing things that we are. You know, yesterday Dove and I were having a conversation with someone, and I realized how hard women are on themselves. And this is a programmed thing. This is ancestral. Like, not ancestral, but like in the last, like, you know, I don't know how many years, the idea that you need to look and be perfect, that your body needs to be perfect, that you need to have it all together, trying to hold to that standard. And so when I talk about really being in truth, understanding that where the standards that we're holding for ourselves are not attainable, and you will constantly be in shame, and you will not love yourself the way it's necessary to love yourself, because here is the deal. To get rid of the popsicle sticks and the foundation and have brick and mortar, baby, like strong foundation, you must love your body. You must love your soul. You must love your minds. You must love all things about yourself. You must actually love the crap that you think is crap about yourself. You must love all of it, because that's the foundation, that you are worth it, that you are worth every little piece, that it doesn't matter what you do or don't do, that you are loved no matter what. This universe wants to back you up 100% in your journey. It has you. And if you're like, Nicole, it doesn't have me, well, let's test it out. Let's trust a little bit. So if you don't trust and your life's looked a certain way and it doesn't look the way you want it to, and if you guys are manifesting some good and you guys are actually connected, really connected to yourself, and you understand what I'm talking about, please put hashtag aho, put hashtag amen, hashtag I got that good. Like, I want to hear from you. But for those that are really still in the struggle, and there are people that are struggling right now, and I'm not looking down upon you, because if you saw the way I lived my life and the things that I went through and all the lies that I shared because I didn't want people to see the truth about me, and I didn't want to share because I was already shameful about myself. So if I told you anything more about me, I'd be more shameful. If I got honest about all of my life, you maybe wouldn't love me. Maybe you would judge me. I already felt stained and gross. So if I shared all of it and I showed you all of me, you may not want to be my friends. You may not want to stick around. And there's people that walked away. You guys know what I'm talking about. And there's people that stood through it all and still stand through it all. And all my friends that are watching this right now, baby, I know who you are. And thank you for holding me up through this whole thing. The lies we tell ourselves are comfortable. They are comfortable. Oh, they are comfortable. You could be suffering right now. You could be struggling. Like I was just saying, if you guys are struggling, and it's easier to actually just stay in this comfort bubble than get really honest and go, whoa, all these things in my life are out of control. Whoa, I'm out of control. Whoa, there's people in my life that are toxic for me. Whoa, all these things. We're like, if I tell the truth, then I'll have to change. And if I change, that scares me. And I'll tell you where I got in my life. Change scared the heck out of me. But what scared me even more was not to change. Because here's the deal. If nothing changes up here and nothing changes in your life and you don't actively change, nothing will change. I know it sounds so simple. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So hear me out. If we change our thoughts a little bit and we start coming into the knowing of who we are and we start to trust that maybe, just maybe you're worth it, your reality is going to start to shift. When your reality starts to shift, you're going to start to make different choices. Because if you feel a little bit of worth, your choices are going to be directed towards that worth. When I didn't feel good about myself, I made choices around that. I already felt crappy about myself, so I did things that made me feel more crappy just to make sure that I was crap. And when I started to actually believe that maybe I was worth it. When my wife loved me so hard when I was in a gutter and I started to see her love, and that reflection of her love reminded me of the love of my creator, and I started to remember about that love, and I started to know that that was the love that I was made of, and I loved people that way. I just couldn't love myself that way. what I started to do was I started to go, well, maybe, just maybe I could change. And maybe I could feel good about myself. And maybe I could have the freedom that I have fully today. And I'm not going to lie, it took me a really long time to find that freedom. There were things in my life, eating disorders, addictions, struggles, oh my God, constant beating myself up, like torture. Like torture. And I never thought I'd be standing in front of you, serving you like this. I used to say, wow, I just want to serve. I can't even serve myself. And then I started serving myself hardcore. I started taking care of myself. I started making it so that I knew I was worth it. Every penny that I had in my bank account, I took care of myself with those pennies. And those pennies multiplied, right? And I put more effort into my business. And I put effort in my relationship. And I put effort into me. And I put more of myself into me. And the more that happened, everything in my life, my emotional state, my abundant state started to multiply in a beautiful way. But I had to take that step into maybe I'm worth it. And so if you're telling yourself right now you're not worth it, it's a lie. And we started that talking about this, like, why do we lie? Because some of us are so afraid of our power and don't actually believe that we could house the truth, hold the truth, and succeed. Some of you don't actually believe that you are capable of success in your life. I know it to be true because I didn't think I could ever succeed. I didn't think that I could get past, right? The shackles. There were shackles on my ankles. I had shackles around my throat. There was shackles, like energetic shackles around my third chakra, which is my will, which is my giving of my will actually to God, right? Connected to my heart, which is connected to Creator and all things, right? Oh, it is growing and it's expanding because I've surrendered to the love that I am and I understand that. And what started to happen was I couldn't really trust myself because the choices that I were making were horrendous. And I was in patterns. I was in addictions. I was stuck. And I couldn't trust myself. But what I started to trust was that, listen, hear me out. What I started to trust was that maybe I had some needs. I had some needs as a human, as a soul, I had some needs that only I knew what those needs were, right? I remember when I thought Dove used to be able to read my mind, my baby. I was like, and we were joking around because my mentor the other day was like, yeah, 98% of the time you're right? With reading her mind. And I was like, nah, I was like, 2%, yo, I got you. He's being smart, right? What I started to do was I started to write down who I am at values and my integrity and what was important to me. I started to write down people that I look up to and why I looked up to them. You could take this assignment. And I started to just write down and I saw like this person, like I love this person because they're all in, because it didn't matter. And they're like, they want to be authentic. And I would write them down and I realized that the people that I look up to, that's who I was. The people you look up to, the people that you get attracted to, those are the people that are you. They're mirroring back to you who you are. So listen, if you watch TFR and you are watching TFR and you follow TFR, which is Twin Flame Revolution, and Dove and Nicole, if you follow us, I just want you to know as you're watching this and as maybe you're judging yourself and maybe you're like in a little bit of shame, for you to be in my frequency right now and you to be listening to this message, I promise you that everything that's important to me. And if you're new, you may want to feel this one out. But for you that have been following us, that's you, baby. When you see me, I'm you and you are me. Do you hear me? You know me because it's you. Remember a long time ago when I said they'll know you by your love? I was like, they're gonna know me by my love. I remember when God told me, they're gonna know you by your love. I was like, they're gonna judge me. I'm gonna get attacked. 2 women, twin flames, talking about union and unity. They're gonna attack us. And God was like, they will know you by your love. And I can't tell you how many different groups that normally attack me or organizations that normally attack me, I'm bridging the gap with them because they know us by our love. And I know you by your love. And that's why I'm here. Your being was meant to house the truth. Our 3D bodies, this is very dense, but we're breaking into this thing where the light body, that is the essence of unconditional love frequency, right? The message of Christ, Christ conscious love, Christ love, unconditional love frequency. That's what you're made of. That's who you are. We forget in this body that that's what we are. We're starting to integrate that into our human form. Human form. What does that mean? That any part of you that can't receive that or thinks that you're unworthy is going to ping it, and you're going to be like, no, no, right? Whether it's conscious or not, you're resisting, you're fighting, right? There's parts of you that have distortions. We all have distortions from all the trauma we've been through, from lifetimes, not just forget about this life, all the lifetimes you live. You guys are ancient. We're talking about lightly years, billions of light, I don't even know, probably more than that. You old. You so old, baby. You've been here. You're so sensitive because you've been here over and over and over again, and you've experienced everything. You had your hand in that good. You had your hand in that dark. You had your hand in that evil. You had your hand in all of it, right? So when you want to point a finger, right, just know that there's a bunch of fingers pointing back at you because we all been there, done that. And what we're doing now is we're cleaning it. We're cleaning it. And so your human form, right, wants to integrate and come into union with your soul. And it wants to bring that miraculous energy into your body. And so I said it, we have to love our bodies. We have to love our minds. We have to love our emotions. And some of us are emotional. I'm emotional. Woo! I am dramatic. I am weird sometimes. I cannot stay up too late with everyone that's in my house. I gotta go hide and go be with myself and go ground because I am sensitive, and I'm cool with that now. And everybody that's my friend that hangs out with me, they know when Nicole dips, it's time for her to go be with herself. I don't have to feel bad about anything. Like, I get to sometimes I have remorse, and sometimes I feel a little bit of guilt when I come out of alignment and I speak to people in a messed up way, or I speak to my wife, or I get angry and I act out a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna feel remorse. I'm human. I get to clean that up too and apologize when I'm wrong, which is so dope. So we're coming back to, okay, if you like to lie, if your partner likes to lie, and maybe not like to lie, if you are not honest with yourself, if you lie, I honor you. I honor you and I see you. Because I get that if you tell the truth, that is one of the scariest things. And your family and friends that may not be able to see some of the truths that you are sharing with them, let's honor them too. For having maybe popsicle stick grounding, or they view things differently than you. Let's honor their process. I was a habitual liar. To cover up my drug addiction, to cover up my shame, to cover up my self-blame, to cover it all up. And that's the only reason I lied. And I knew it. And when I started telling the truth, I started to tell the truth more. And I started to see that I was safe in that, and that it was okay, and that there was people that were gonna love me no matter what. And I started sharing really heavy things with my wife and my parents and my friends, and they held me in it. Some people didn't. That happens. A lot of people did. So if you're in a place right now where you're scared to speak your truth, be in your truth, you're in a process. You're doing a great job. You're watching this video, right? You were meant to hear this message. Yeah, transparency. Do you know what transparency does? When you lie, you're constantly looking over your shoulder. You're constantly waiting for someone to figure you out. When you are authentic and transparent, you do not have to hide any longer. You are free. Baby, you're free. And when you can get to that place where you can be honest with yourself and others, you will be free. And there's work that has to take place in that, right? There's work. And I promise you that you can have it. You can have it all. Right? So I send you guys so much love. I send you that good, right? If you want to receive this energy, the codes, when I say codes, it's just frequency. We're all made up of frequency, y'all. Matter is made up of frequency. Your emotions are made up of frequency. My energy has frequency. It's all frequency, right? Whoa, it's so dope, right? You allow yourself. It's good that you're crying. Let that energy flow through you. Let yourself purge whatever grief, stuff, truth, integration into that truth. Tears are beautiful. You guys are so beautiful. I love you so, so much. I thank you for being with me. I thank you. I never get to thank you guys enough for showing up and watching me and like having this interaction and us getting to mirror back and forth the truth, our pain, our woes, our goodness. Right? Danny, I love you always, man. Like my bestie. Yes, I love you. Love you. I hope they have a beautiful rest of the day. Be good to yourself. Be good to those around you. Right? Remember, everyone's in a different part of their process. Right? Maybe you might not like parts of other people's process. You may not like parts of your process. But know that I can tell you one thing. It's always going to pass. It's always going to pass into something new. So, and I see you too, Danny. Bye.